We say we want to change the food system, and we mean that, but what that means is like fighting against this kind of old guard that more than anything just likes to do what they're used to.
The US and China are the largest emitters of greenhouse gases. If food waste were a country, it would be the third largest.
In April, May of 2020, it was really exhausting to sit back and just hear bad news all the time, the next terrible thing that was happening in the world, and not be able to do anything about it. Collectively, individuals can start a cultural movement that changes the minds of the people who really can make that difference. Luis is one of those people that I was mentioning who's been doing this kind of work for decades without much recognition.
Everyone could be in a difficult position at any time. Everybody deserves help. I grew up in a climate where there was a lot of artificial shortages and people leveraging the cost of food for their own benefit. So during my childhood in Mexico in the late 70s and the early 80s, there would be days where if you needed to buy sugar or if you needed to get coffee or if you needed to get anything, like it might not be on the markets. I started as a volunteer working for a radio station here in Los Angeles called KPFK. After doing that, I kind of wanted to make more of a difference, so I started volunteering with several different food banks. Providing my expertise, having grown up like fixing trucks, fixing heavy machinery, having driven trucks literally my whole life. It just fulfilled me tremendously. It's given me the opportunity to, see people progress. Eating fruits and vegetables allows you to be strong, to be healthy, to have full mental capacity, to be able to adjust and to be a productive member of society, and to be able to facilitate that to people that grew up in the same neighborhoods that I grew up in, that saw the same things. I'm really satisfied with being able to do that for people.
I mean, the guy basically has single-handedly set up the culture and the system of food recovery in Southern California, and that's because he's just had this mantra of I need to get up earlier than everyone and work harder than everyone.
What my hope is that all of us within the food recovery space are able to work together, to join forces, and to be able to create access to a variety of fruits and vegetables to those people in need. And with the pandemic, seeing so many new people wanting to come into the sector was very refreshing. It made me think, and I basically realized that my job was to actually train and create awareness with younger people, so that when I'm no longer here, there would be people continuing the work that I've been doing. So it really got me excited because I saw an opportunity to create continuity within the work that we're doing. Our job as a sector, and what I want to do as part of this movement with FarmLink, is to basically create access to those places that have no access.
FarmLink is basically a student-run organization with the goal of working with farms that are throwing out fresh produce and dairy and eggs and getting it to food banks and community centers that need it anywhere in the country.
We're thought farmers. We're planting seeds. When you plant a seed, you need to have that seed be with the right soil, with the right water, with the right sunlight to be able to grow. And even when it grows, it has to go through growing pains, have the wind tilted forward and hitting the ground, but it will eventually produce something. It produces a fruit. When you volunteer or when you work for the causes that you're passionate about, understand that it is a process. And while you're in that particular sector, you might not see a tangible difference, but you're building. You're coming in on top of the people that came before you. And eventually that turns into something.